As you know, I've been making segmented projects. I've been making segmented rings of different varieties. I'm kind of getting low on the purple ones, which everybody seems to like. And also on my jig that I use for cutting them, once I set this up, I like to cut as many segments as I'm going to need for a while prior to changing the angle for another thing. I got another project coming up for my wife that I need to change the angles so I can make 24 segment rings. I want to cut all that I need. I have a bunch of stock over here that I need to cut prior to changing it. I know I kind of stutter like Captain Kirk. That's because I'm new at this. Anyway, I have my microphone on. It's right here in my pocket. Hopefully everything works out good with the sound. I'm going to try not to talk so much because it makes it hard to edit. I'm going to take some of these pieces of wood I have here and I want to rip them down into the size of these so that I have some of this stuff in my turnings, my segmented rings as well. All right, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get this cut, and then we will get back on it, and I will get the segments jig set up, and we will start cutting segments. Fairly close. All right. That was this width. Now I need to move it over. No, we'll leave it right there. Cut them into strips. Lower the blade. There we go. I used some wood off of a cabinet or something, and you never know when there's nails left in it. So I bought this a long time ago. It's called the Little Wizard metal detector, and it works. Turn it down and turn it up till it stops squawking. Tells you when there's metal. So if I have a piece of wood and I suspect there's metal in it, I can run this along it, and there's a piece of metal right there. Apparently there's one piece of metal in this, and that's it. All right, let's turn that off. Let's get the metal out. Find vice grips. Ah, vice grips. Here we go, vice grips. There we go, nail out. Let's not put that back anywhere. All right, now that we get the nail out, let's see if there's any other metal in there. All clear. All right. Thought I'd just show you this tool. It's kind of cool. All right, and that's that. Now, why do I have this? I'm going to turn this into segments. But first I have to cut it into strips. So now we got to get this thing back off again. And we need one of our segments we just did to get the I want this to be my edge, so I want to set this up to that width. And we're going to call that good for the night. It's close enough to the end of the day. I need a push stick. The trusty dusty sacrificial one. It's sacrificial because I'm letting the blade run through it. Okay, let's cut some strips. Start cutting. Get my glove. Below the blade, below the table. And it's turned off. And it's turned off. It's got, this thing's got two switches to turn this on. So in 2 different days, I've cut that many segments. That's probably enough. I think I measured this one was 2 rings. That one's 3 rings. This one's like 5 rings. This was like 7 or 8 rings. This is probably about 6 rings plus what's over there, and this is about another 2 rings, I think. So that's the same as that, it's just a little bit thinner. It'll be a while before I'm on this. I have a new tool coming. Each one of these has fuzzy little ends on it. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, really not a good choice for. See if I can find one with really good, some little fuzzies on there. Anyway, those have to be sanded off, otherwise the pieces won't mate up right. So I have a new tool coming that will hold a random orbit sander. It's not going to be here until June. I am not sanding these by hand anymore. It really takes its toll on my fingers and my wrist. So until that comes, no more segment rings cutting for coffee cups and pen cups and sanding of them. No more making them until then. So that will be coming soon. I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching.